going on, guys? Doc back at you with another lovely drive to the cinema. Welcome back to another... Whoa, gotta shift. Sorry. Welcome back. Welcome back. Holy shit, that guy was driving fast. For another ride-along review. Hopefully we don't get into a car accident again. And if we do, you'll be here to fucking document it. I am Doc Fugate, and I am driving to the film Hereditary. Something that's been very hyped up over the last couple months, couple weeks especially. I've heard nothing but good things, which, a lot of people think is a good sign, but in my opinion, in my not so humble opinion, when something is praised this highly and this hard, there's a lot for it to match up and meet up with. And I really hope that this movie can, because people have been making some mighty tall statements about this one, saying that it's modern day Exorcist, which if you ask me might be the scariest movie I've ever seen the first time. I still remember having nightmares, and maybe or maybe not have had to have my mother sit in my room until I fell asleep for a couple weeks after that movie came out. Well, I was a lot younger at that point, so I won't dock it too hard if I don't need to call my mom in the middle of the night. But still, like I said, those are some mighty strong words about a horror film, in my opinion. Because I gotta tell you, last year I didn't see it until what was probably too late, honestly. But I was not as in love with Get Out as everyone else was, to be completely honest with you. Hate me all you want. Tell me I'm a fucking moron, tell me how wrong I am, but I didn't like the ending of that movie. Like I said before, hype comes before the fall. People hyped that movie up so hard, and I thought it was I just figured it was gonna, no fucking problem. It's a cinch. It's gonna be a fucking fantastic film. I'm gonna fucking love it. And the expectations were too high. I figured I was gonna love it way more than I ended up loving it. Wow, fucking asshole. Couldn't have gone over to the other lane. Anyway, fucking cockshiner. Anywho, Get Out didn't really impress me as much as I'd hoped that it would have. Not that I hated it, but that's just an example of how a movie can be hyped up too hard and I can be let down a bit. But here's to me hoping that this is not an example of that, because I want to fucking love it. I want there to be a new Exorcist. I don't want this movie to be not be as good as everybody's saying it is. I want it to be amazing. But I've been hurt in the past, so that's why I put on this demeanor. This demeanor of I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's bad. When I really do. Well, seeing as I'm not in such a horrid rush today, and maybe you don't need as much color commentary on my driving rituals and techniques, but I mean, if you do, if you miss my commentary on driving, just leave that in the comment section, and I'll keep up with the driving commentary. But to spare you, since again I am driving to a fucking mall, obviously this is going to be a hectic trip, and I'm probably going to be more focused on the assholes around me than I'm going to be on giving my take on the hype that has been building up to this film, which I think I've actually pretty thoroughly expounded on so far. So I will leave you until I see the film, and it'll be right after I walk out again, so you'll be getting me fresh. I'll be a fresh victim, hopefully, of pee-pantsingly horrifying cinema. See you soon, creeps. What's up, guys? I'm back. I still haven't seen the movie yet, but I'm waiting on somebody that I'm going to see the movie with, so I figured I'd give you some more color commentary while I'm not driving. Again, this one's got a lot to live up to with people saying it's pretty Lynchy, and comparing something to David Lynch's Forecast for Doom in my eyes, because nothing really compares. Nothing compares to Lynch! Sorry about that, but nothing compares to David Lynch. But, I mean, if this does, watch me eat my fucking words. Well, I guess... I don't know. I guess only time will tell in a few minutes. We'll see if Tony Colletti and Gabriel Byrne and a bunch of other people I don't know, including the director and writer, surprise me if they make my day. Alright. I'm sorry, guys. I'll come back to you when I've seen the movie and holy fucking shit, am I ever smitten? What the fuck did I just see? Oh, that's cute. There's a picture of the Enterprise crew from Star Trek hanging outside somebody's house that lives like right next door to the movie theater. It's cute. Oh, hold on a second. Whoa! Yeah, that's why I cut this shit out before. I don't like you having to hear me curse. I know we're going to hell, but I don't want to send you to hell for listening to me. And speaking of hell, what the hell did I just see? Hereditary was a fucking mind fuck and a half. From that first fucking... From the first shot in the goddamn movie, where you're inside of a dollhouse, and it feels like just an awkwardly long shot of the inside of a dollhouse, and then the door opens, and you find out that this is like the first scene of the movie, and that there's actually people inside, and that it's actually like where this is the movie, and these people are living, and you're not in a dollhouse. It was... I just made it sound so stupid because I'm an asshole, but yeah, like, it's a very jarring opening. Like, it honestly, like, honestly like extremely disorienting. And then we go into a story that's like the first shot in the goddamn movie, even before like the producer's credits come up, like before any of this shit happens, is just the obituary for just some old woman. I guess we're just left to assume that this old woman is going to have some sort of bearing on the story. I guess I should have mentioned this first. And then we go into that dollhouse shot. And then we are introduced to the family of this elderly woman. And we realize that they are getting ready to go to her funeral. There is the patriarch, Gabriel Byrne, who did a very fantastic job in this. Very, very muted and nuanced performance. A lot less over the top than the matriarch, who was Tony Colletti, who was, just so fucking over the top. Like, but just as nuanced. Like, this is something I think I need to go back and see again. I feel like I can't even do this movie justice by summarizing what happened in it, because what you see with like what you see without thinking is not exactly what's happening. And I know that's an extremely I know that's a really complicated thing to say. No, I know it's a really convoluted, shitty way to put this. But I guess I'll just go more basic and say everything is definitely not as it seems here in this picture. Alright, yeah, so we have the mother, the father, and then we have a seemingly a little pothead shit for the older brother. He's fucking all riddled up with dope. His fucking brain is all pickled from dope. And then there is the little sister who has I don't think they really say. She has some sort of disability, because they show her in a special needs classroom at one point, but they don't go into the specifics of what her specific mental malady is, because I don't know. She was a very strange. You've definitely seen what she looks like if you're aware of this movie. She's a very striking looking young woman, and we get to find out through her. She also was fantastic, because we get to find out a lot more about the grandmother through her character, and it's a very interesting dynamic between what's wrong with this girl. I mean, what we think, we have no scope of what is going on inside of her head. And she was also very close with the grandmother, who was a very mysterious woman. A very mysterious woman with some dark secrets. I'm not gonna give anything away beyond this, honestly, because you just need to observe this whole movie. It's kind of long, little over 2 hours, and it's definitely a fucking slow burn. There's so much to sell you on, but I'm not gonna do the movie and you a disservice by fucking ruining what happens in the movie. It's like I don't know if I said this already, but very emotionally claustrophobic. A lot of most of the beginning of the movie is just stemmed in real life horror, things that we're like actually like primitively terrified of, and then it goes into a lot more of a strange supernatural angle. And I have to admit, from what I said earlier, it definitely was very Lynchy. Some of the camera work was a bit, I don't want to say derivative. Some of it was a bit derivative of David Lynch. Some of it was like outright like copying what he does. But I'm not going to fault at that, because I'm a big fan of David Lynch, and apparently whoever made this movie was too. But yeah, it's the supernatural and the horror aspect is very veiled, and that makes it I think that's what like the best thing you can do when you're making a horror movie to make it the scariest, is to try and make people think that they're not watching what they're watching. And then in the last act of the movie, you reveal, in this movie it's like the last 10 minutes, you reveal that everything that they've been seeing, everything that seemed weird, is even a billion times weirder than they ever could have imagined that it is, and more horrifying. The end of this movie was fucking terrifying, in my opinion. Emotionally, it was a very emotionally tense and dark, and that kind of, I feel like, blindsided me from thinking about the weirder things that are going on here. And it completely worked, because I was very blindsided by the ending. It's just something you need to see for yourself, because I need to see it for myself again. I honestly feel like I need to see it a second time to be able to fully grasp like what I just fucking saw. Like, it's, in my opinion, that means that's like a high watermark if it's that good. I need to see it again, because I need to know what the fuck I just saw, because I can hardly even process what I just saw, because I feel like I just got hit by a fucking 80-mile-an-hour baseball straight in the brain. I don't really know how much more I can sell you beyond that in the beginning, I was very skeptical, and you heard my skepticism towards this movie, but, and now you've heard how I feel after seeing the movie. This is a quintessential ride-along review, because I felt one way in the beginning, and now I feel the polar opposite. You need to see this movie. See Hereditary as soon as you can, on a big screen preferably. Alright, this is Doc Fugate signing out. Love you, creeps.